My name is Susie, and I am blessed and highly favored. Get your hopes up. I need to tell you something. Somewhere along the way, life convinced a lot of us to lower our expectations. Lower your dreams, lower your standards, lower your faith, lower your expectation because disappointment hurts less. That's not the God that I serve. The God I serve specializes in the impossible. He doesn't just restore what was lost. He creates something that never existed before when he restores you. If you're listening today, maybe you've given up on yourself. Maybe you believe your best days are behind you. Maybe addiction stole years. Maybe a divorce stole your joy. Depression stole your hope. Fear stole your confidence. Well, listen here, I have got good news. God is still writing stories, and if he's still writing, he's not finished with you. I know this because he was not finished with me, and he isn't finished with me. 25 years in corporate America, a six-figure salary, project management, agile, all these fancy words like deadlines and meetings and everything changed. There was a season when addiction had a louder voice than purpose. There was a season where I found myself homeless. There was a season where I couldn't recognize a woman staring back at me in the mirror. But here's what I've learned. God doesn't consult your past before calling you into your future. He doesn't ask for your failures or permission. He calls you anyways. People ask me what I do. Sure, I build websites, I produce videos, I help businesses tell their stories, but that's not really what I do. What I do is I build hope. I remind people that purpose still exists. I remind entrepreneurs that businesses can glorify God. I remind broken people they're not broken beyond repair because I know what it feels like to think you're finished, only to discover God was just getting started. This podcast isn't about me. It's about what God can do with complete surrender. We're going to talk about faith, business, purpose, leadership, identity, healing, failure, success, and the practical wisdom found in the greatest leadership book ever written. The Bible, that is the Bible, not because it's religion, but because it's truth. Everything I know that changed my life came from those pages. This isn't self-help, it's God help because I couldn't fix me. Jesus did. So here's my question. What if your setback isn't your ending? What if your wilderness is actually your training ground? What if the thing you've been trying to hide becomes a testimony that sets someone else free? Don't waste your pain. Don't bury your story either. God doesn't waste a thing. Surrender to him. Friend, wherever you're listening from, whatever you're carrying, whatever diagnosis, I rebuke it in the name of Jesus. That disappointment, I send that back to the sender in the name of Jesus. Whatever mountain, whatever giant stands before you, the same God that split the ocean, the same God that took down that giant is the same God that you serve. Don't lower your expectations. Lift your eyes, lift your faith, lift your hope because our God still does impossible things. My name is Susy Gordon. I am blessed and highly favored. So get your hopes up.